up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to another one of my tutoring videos. My name is Devin Doblin. I am a senior at Hobart and William Smith Colleges. I am currently living in Geneva, New York. And a fun fact about myself for this video, I wanted to cover my love and appreciation for music. I mostly listen to classic rock, that sort of thing. And recently I picked up playing the guitar. So throughout this video, I wanted to kind of give a brief lesson and explain the guitar and the different components of it. And if you don't have a guitar at home, that's perfectly fine. It's really cool. It'll be cool for you guys to follow along and just kind of learn different parts about the instrument. And hopefully you'll be motivated to pick up an instrument of your own. I've only been playing for about 2 years now, and it's something that I've really fallen in love with and really just love to do all the time. So here we go. So one thing I should mention before we get started with the guitar is that for basically every instrument, a lot of these terms that I'm going to be using are universal, which means that, you know, if I say something about the guitar, like a note, for instance, that correlates to all different types of wind instruments or percussion and that sort of thing as well. So even if you don't have a guitar, maybe you have another instrument, this video will serve as a good way for you to learn more about the components of that instrument and the different types of music that it can create. So this is my acoustic guitar. I know you've probably heard of electric guitars as well, but the difference between an acoustic and an electric is that I don't need to plug this into anything, whereas with an electric guitar you need to plug it into an amp, and that's how you kind of get the louder music, and you can like change with the frequency of the notes and stuff. But with the acoustic you can just strum it and play, and you don't need to plug it into anything. So I like it because it's easier to just pick up and start playing. So now I want to show you all the different strings on the guitar. So in most guitars there are 6 strings. You know, you can buy guitars that have variations and stuff, but for the most part they're all going to have 6 strings. So going through, I'm going to show you what each string is. So this top one here, the thickest one, is the E string, and then right below that is the A string. And then right below that is the D string. Below that is the G. Below that is the B. And below that is the high E. So the next important part of the guitar, or for any instrument, is the tuning pegs here. So right here, by twisting this knob, it's going to change the pitch of the note of the string, and so you can get different sounds from it. So right here I'm plucking the high E, and you can see that by twisting this knob it gives it a higher frequency. If you turn it to the right, or by turning it to the left, you give it a lower frequency. So when you use that, that's how you tune the guitar, that's how you make it sound good. And then you do that with every instrument basically. So the next part of the guitar I want to show you is the frets. So you see these little openings right here, some are marked with dots. These are the frets. And so by pushing down on the string in each of these different frets is going to give you a different note. So on this guitar there are 20 frets, so all the way down here, this is the 20th fret. And by plucking a string with your fingers, pushing down on each of the frets is going to give you a different note, which you can use to combine all the different notes and make a song out of it. So in this next clip, I'm going to show you a song that I can play just based on playing different notes. So what I'm going to show you here is just me playing the note that's in the desired fret that I want. And you can just do this. When you combine these notes, you can play songs. And even though it's kind of a simple thing, it sounds really cool. So here we go. So the next thing I want to show you is a chord. So a chord is basically just a combination of notes that you're playing all together by holding down more than one of them. So right here I have a G chord. I have my middle finger on the E string, my pointer finger on the A, my ring finger on the B, and my pinky finger on the high E. So when I strum that, it sounds like a more harmonic sort of thing. And there's a bunch of different chords throughout the guitar. I'm going to show you sort of the more basic ones. So that was a G, this is a D, E minor, and C. So on their own, they don't sound, very amazing, but when you put them all together in a sort of a chord sequence, they sound really cool. So I'm going to show you that right here. So again, I'm just going to put all of these chords together, and when you play in like a melody, it's going to sound a lot cooler. So here we go. So that's gonna just about wrap up this video. That is just the very beginning aspects of guitar. There's still a lot more to learn. I'm still learning a lot more myself, but it's a really awesome hobby to get into. I highly recommend picking up an instrument. It doesn't have to be guitar, anything, and just learning. It's a really fun thing to do when you're bored, and you'll be really glad that you did it. So, yep, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.